Hey guys, I've been getting a lot of requests for like a in-depth walk around on my motorcycle, showing what I've modded and what I haven't. And I just got it washed, so now's a good time to do it. But instead, I'm gonna go in here and take a shit. Hey guys, I'm almost out of battery. Yeah, we're just hanging out here at the convenience stores. In Canada, they always go to like restaurants that are out in the country. Taiwan, they always go to different convenience stores. I prefer Taiwan because it's much cheaper, you know? You just hang out at a 7-Eleven. It doesn't cost much. I asked one of these guys is riding a B King, Suzuki B King. It's like 1300 cc, I guess. I asked him if he could lend me it, and he's like, no. I'm like, nah. Shot down. We all going this way? And then, yeah, I just drank a whole shitload, man. I had a, what did I have? I've been drinking so much this morning. First I had like a Red Bull at the first place I stopped at. And then I stopped somewhere else and I had like a sports drink. And then I stopped with these guys. And one of the guys gives me a coffee. And I don't drink coffee, so the caffeine affects me quite a bit because I don't normally drink it. I drink it, but it's rare, you know. Like I have like maybe 1 or 2 cups a week. Maybe one a week. That's a good average. So, yeah, and then, water. And then, yeah, so they give me a coffee. So I drank that, and I didn't really want to drink it because I already had a Red Bull, and that's enough for the day, you know. And then, so I drank the coffee, and then they're drinking something else. And I'm like, what's that? I go, does that have alcohol? And because I'm kind of familiar with the drink, but I'm not certain. I'm like, doesn't that have alcohol? And they're like, no alcohol. And they're like, here, have one. And I drink it. I'm like, there's alcohol in this. And they're like, yeah, but not much. I'm like, great. Because I don't drink alcohol. I drink alcohol less than I drink coffee by far. I drink like, how often do I drink a glass of alcohol? Maybe once every, I don't know, 6 months or something. So I finished, I got to be polite. So I finished the cup, and then I'm like, okay, I'm buzzed now. And then some other guy gives me a bottle of like tea, and I'm like, is this green tea? Because I've had enough caffeine for the day. And he's like, no, it's like plum tea, which tastes like shit. So I'm like, great. And then again, I got to drink it to be polite. So I'm like forcing down this like plum tea. So that's where I'm at right now. Let's see how much more I drink for today. I like this guy's license plate, QQ. He's like, what's that? I'm faster than you? Why don't you go QQ? Yeah. Oh, I got a topic. And yeah, don't give me any slack in the comments about like riding while drunk or whatever. The drink is like very little alcohol content, like maybe the same as a beer or less. And I just don't drink at all, and I'm a bit dehydrated from the sun, so. Or yeah. Anyways, you guys say, wait a minute, you're dehydrated and you've been drinking that much? Yeah, it's possible. We're sweating a lot. Yeah, the topic is, how often do you poop? Because I've been researching this a bit lately, and it's interesting. First of all, there are some people who poop extremely odd amounts, and they don't know it because they've never talked about it before. What I'm referring to is like there was a guy who went to the doctor and he was talking about something, and the doctor's like, well, are you regular? And the guy's like, oh yeah, I'm perfectly regular. I go once every 3 days, like on the nose. And he's like, the doctor just shakes his head. He's like, once every 3 days is counts as constipated. That's not regular. And the guy's like, oh really? You know, so there are people out there that are kind of like constantly constipated, and they don't even know it because they think once every 3-4 days is normal because that's what they've always done. But that's not normal. Yeah, these guys are all going kind of slow. Normally they're fast. Maybe these guys are buzzed. I think they probably had a few cups. So, here we go. Yeah, so this is the interesting thing about it, though. If you don't poop regularly, then the food that you're eating is somewhere, right? Like, one guy eats this much food, and another guy eats the same amount of food, but one guy poops 2-3 times every day, and the other guy poops once every 3 days. Like, it's amazing how you could be that much of a difference, but there is, and they both eat the same amounts of foods. The difference is the guy that only poops once every 3 days, uh, the fecal matter is just sitting in his intestines for those days. It's just building up inside of him and sitting inside of him, and the toxins and the poisons that are in the food that we eat, and there's a lot of them, just slowly get absorbed by his body because they're sitting in the bowels for so long. So, and this is the interesting thing. There's a big link with like skin and how often you poop. Like, a lot of people who have bad skin, including eczema, like people with eczema and I can't say it, psoriasis, just bad skin. People with bad skin. It's very common if you ask these people how regular they are, that they poop like once a day or once every 2 days, like or more, or less, sorry. And then people with like beautiful, perfect skin, they poop twice a day. So like, and this, of course, this isn't like a given. I don't want people writing into the comments, I have perfect skin and I poop once a week. I don't care. You're an exception to the rule, okay? But it's very common. It's not 100% rule, but it's very common for people with bad skin to poop infrequently. So yeah, I thought it was interesting. I'm researching this because my son has bad skin, and my wife has bad skin as well, and they both poop like once every day or two. And then there's me. I have really good skin. I don't have, like, my stomach, my back. It's all no blemishes, nothing, no discolorations, and soft. And I've, over the years, I've had people comment on it more than once, but I have nice skin. And I poop. Today it's 8:40 in the morning, and I've already pooped like 4 or 5 times. But that's not normal for me. That's because of drinking a Red Bull and then a coffee. Speaking of which, I didn't realize, caffeine makes you poop that well. I think in the future, when my son's constipated, I'll just give him a coffee instead of making him drink prune juice. Here, son, drink this. You'll be really happy for the rest of the day, and you'll poop. Double bonus.